Okay, Sanaz, let's just quickly go through your project here. Investigation stimuli is fine. Recording forgotten places. Alright, nice pictures. Introduction is missing. Aperture values are missing. Natural framing. Shooting with foreground object. Shooting through opening, etc. Little words, little sentences that will make a big difference. Yeah, that's fine. Here you've kind of done a little bit of a mirror and flip of that. Looking at it, see if I can see at variation in texture. That's fine. We've done that. Okay, so we've got this page again. Please put in some aperture values, maybe some information of the lens that you used. And you got your fashion photography. Okay, you've got these pieces in here. I know you didn't really like those too much, which is totally fine because you didn't have to use them. Investigating Moroccan culture, visiting Morocco. These are great. Like, this was shot at a certain time of day, so you might write 5:35 p.m. golden hour. Recording observations. So this is looking at the hustle and bustle of market life and people doing everyday things. In Morocco, there is a wide variety of flowers and plants. Below, I have captured a few using my zoom lens. Again, put some shutter speed values on here and aperture values. Morocco is very well known for its leather industry. Here are some photographs of the leather being made and also the outcome. Morocco has a variety of beaches and areas where people can go near the coast. Here we go again. Recording ideas, a force of culture, objects of tradition, the tagine. Nice page here. Okay, some images, but what were the values that we used to get these pictures? 1/200th of a second, f8. What's this? This is a red gel. So let's put a label on here. Red gel creating red highlights. Yeah. I use studio lights and mood. I can move the right around different images, give this chiaroscuro effect as well as reflect that. That's nice. This is a snoot. SNOOT. This is a softbox. A snoot gives a spotlight. A softbox creates soft light. Alright, so this is fine. Why have we used rice? Now I have included rice because rice is often eaten in Morocco. I have tried to be creative with the way I've placed rice and have used different positions of the rice and different viewpoints to create this effect. The images below have all been shot from above, creating a plan viewpoint. Shallow depth of field, wide aperture, shallow depth of field. Alright, so you see, look at the outfit, your photographs here, nice. Texture, colour, shape, details. Here I focused on the details of pattern and how the various elements of the outfit create shape and texture. The importance of tea. So you just need more written work. And why have we gone monochromatic? Why are we not sticking in colour? Because there wasn't much colour to start with, and by going black and white we can really see the shape and the form and the texture. Okay, so here again, what is this and why is it used? Investigating cultural objects. Right, so here you're looking at the background pattern. This is very still life, so I kind of want you to find the artwork of some still life. Alright, I want you to find some still life artwork. Now if you look at my whiteboard at the back of the room, which has all the colour pictures, you'll find that there is actually a still life on there of a table. There's like a pumpkin, there's something hanging, there's like a melon hanging from the roof. There's some objects on the table, some fruit, and they've all been arranged with a darker background, very similar to what you've got here. So you want to have a page like looking at still life, because you've created still lifes in your photography. This is great because this is Caravaggio's work and it's linking to the people, but maybe before we have the people in here, we bring in and we look at the actual still life. Okay, so the dinner table, this dinner table, yeah. So what I want to see is, before you even get to the pictures of you in there, linked to the work of Caravaggio. I want you to bring in some still life examples in painting, and then I want you to present the dinner table picture. Now I've done an edited version of that dinner table picture before, and I want you to use that because it's a much better, higher quality picture, and it's a lot brighter and it just works a lot better. So you've got the dinner table, you've got the still life arrangements. If you need to, I want you to take some more photographs of fruit and plates in different combinations, okay, and you're creating still life arrangements, and we can give them like an oil pastel, oil paint effect by using Photoshop. So that should take place after this slide here. Alright, so looking at still life in art, and then you presenting some still life arrangements using your objects. Then you're looking at Caravaggio, because we've got a still life, but now we've got people, and then now you've brought somebody in dressed in traditional dress. Okay, these are still a bit too dark. We need to brighten these. I'm not sure if it's my it might be my iMac, I'm not sure, but they look a bit dark. But if they're not, then that's fine, leave them. Creating a triptych. What is a triptych, and what have you done here? Okay, I know it wasn't called Wizard Table Photo Shoot Pictures. It was a proper title. It was responding to the work of Caravaggio and developing an idea. So I just wrote this so you remembered what it was that you were doing. So please don't leave wizard in, because it looks really silly. So you'd have to change that, and you could say I've actually posed myself. I put my camera on a tripod, and I've got the light coming in from the left. So you need to use a website, online diagrams creator, lighting diagram creator online. Okay, so your light source is, let's just make this a bit bigger. Your light source is not actually this. What is your light source? It was a softbox. It was that really big one actually. So let's take this, and it was coming off from the left, because we know that, because we can see it. So we kind of put it here to the left. The camera position was like over here, and this is where this was, and these are like the objects on the table, and then this is kind of like you here. You know, we could even say this is a table, this is the table, this is the objects on the table, and then here you are. Okay, we could even add another one and say like this is over here, and then this is you sat at the table, and this is your camera. So you would save this lighting diagram, and then you would put that in over here next to your picture, or up here in the corner. So you're showing the light setup, and then you're creating a triptych. What is a triptych, and why are you creating a triptych? Where are your examples of some triptychs in art? Alright, so I told you to do that, so please make sure you put a page in triptychs in art. Okay, and these are really good, but they're so dark, you know. So I really want to come into here and make these a bit brighter. It was probably my fault, because the screen on the camera was obviously obviously wasn't right. It was a little bit too dark, so the pictures appeared right, but in reality they weren't. So we need to make these lighter, and if we try and make them light and they go all funny, that's because we're trying to make a compressed image lighter. So you might need to take your original pictures and make them lighter. The examiner's going to look at these and going to think, oh, why she underexposed everything? So we need to make sure. And then you've got multiple. This is fine, and then you've developed your final outcome. This is okay, but you need to make sure that when you develop your final outcome like this, you try and show some kind of screenshots of it being developed in Photoshop. So you're just missing a few of those. But this final piece, this is really nice, and I really like the way you've kind of referenced this and what it all means. So that's been done really well. Your next set is supposed to be the objects done in this kind of old style. So remember, we're going to have 3 objects plus your final big piece. So you've got like a triptych, and you've got like a multiplicity. So just go back, finish off what I've told you to do, put in a still life element here, and if you need to take some more still life photographs with fruit and things like that to create the effect, then do that, and just finish your annotations and make sure your titles are correct, and then you can start really planning towards your film. But well done. Other than a few corrections, that was really well done.